Here's your Storm Track 7 forecast.
Good Monday morning. I'm Storm Track 7 meteorologist Brandon Libby. We have a low pressure system that's going to be coming through, basically moving into southwest Iowa right now, tracking to the northeast right overhead. That actually puts us in the sweet spot with this system. We're not seeing the heavy snowfall that you're going to see in Wisconsin and Minnesota, blizzard-like conditions across parts of South Dakota and Nebraska. Meanwhile, the severe potential, which is very low end, it's a 1 out of 5 risk. That's going to be off in western and central Iowa and comes just short of our viewing area. Not expecting any severe weather here in eastern Iowa. And then the strongest winds with the system off to our south. It is going to be windy for us today, just not nearly as gusty as what they're going to see off in places like Missouri. So all things considered, looking pretty good. We've had a pretty easygoing commute for the most part, and we're going to pick up some much needed rainfall for today. Just tracking some showers and storms across our northwestern counties here for this morning. Shouldn't be anything severe, but maybe producing some heavy downpours. Other than that, we're going to look at high temperatures today, mid to upper 50s. So anything that we see is going to stay as rain. And it will be some scattered on and off type of light to moderate rain throughout the day, mostly picking up about the late morning through the afternoon across the area. As we go through maybe the mid-afternoon to the early evening, you could see a break. So you're not going to see rain all day long, but most of what we see throughout the early evening there off to the east. But I do think we'll see redevelopment around 10 p.m. or so. Again, some scattered showers across the area. Now, once we get past that batch, it looks like the moisture is going to start to dry up pretty quickly as temperatures do fall throughout the overnight hours, and they'll keep falling throughout the day tomorrow. So maybe a slight chance for some snow mixing in with the rain there for our northwestern counties throughout tomorrow morning. Not expecting any accumulation with that, though. Shouldn't really see any issues from it either. And then it looks like we are going to be dry into tomorrow afternoon. Meanwhile, rainfall amounts, I think we're going to sit in the 1/3 of an inch to 3/4 of an inch of rain range across the area. Maybe a little bit less there into our southwestern counties and more so in the east and northwest. Could see some locally higher amounts where we do see any thunderstorms. Speaking of which, the high severe threat well off to the south, places like Louisiana and so forth, but level 1 out of 5 risk there into western and central Iowa. And again, we're not expecting that to really track into eastern Iowa for today. Meanwhile, winds, they're still going to be on the strong side, gusts up to 35 miles per hour, sustained winds 15 to 25. Then they'll die down a little bit for tonight, but they're going to pick right back up for tomorrow. That's coming in from the northwest. That's going to cool our temperatures down. So mid to upper 50s for today. Just rain is what we'll see out there on and off for today into tonight. And then lows are down to the 30s and low 40s by about the mid-morning hours of tomorrow. Technically, the highs that you're going to see for tomorrow, that's going to be around midnight, and they're just going to fall. So most of tomorrow is actually going to be very chilly, but we will see the moisture wrapping up, and then Wednesday is dry and partly cloudy. Highs are in the low to mid-40s. That's kind of our bottoming out point. We're back to the 50s on Thursday, 60s by Friday. And then over Easter weekend, could see a couple of isolated rain showers, not looking like a huge washout. Shouldn't have any travel issues as temperatures are pretty mild in the 50s. Lows are in the mid to upper 30s, and it looks like we stay mild into next week as well.